Thank you. First of all, I'm sorry I had a lumbar disc herniation surgery last week that I had to make. It was an emergency surgery. So, Allah يسلمك. So I'm gonna be straight to the point and quick. I won't bother you guys. Excellent. First of all, I want to talk about the animation industry here in Middle East. Opening an animation company here in Jordan is pretty hard. We still do not have a well-structured, solid market to rely on. When you want to go pitch your cartoon series for a channel, usually you have to bring with you sponsors. And a lot of times, those channels takes the sponsors for them, and they give you a small percentage of what they're paying. This is a big-time issue that we're facing. And although I like the issue of piracy, but we still also do not have copyrights here in Jordan, which is a big deal for us animation companies. Let me take you back before I start my own career. I'm a self-taught artist. I've been working hard on myself and my skills, but unfortunately, here in Amman, I didn't have, as a teenager, I was always aiming to open my own company, but nothing was optimistic in front of me. And that's why I wrote here, starting in nowhere. I just felt that I want to open a company, but I didn't know how, when, or where. And so I decided just to leave everything and start working on myself. I never waited for help. I just helped myself. The only reference that I had was the medical books to learn anatomy. I was looking for movies like Disney movies and pausing them and redrawing and sketching all around. And in 1998, it was my first year. It was my first career year, I have to say. I've started working in an IT company doing an educational cartoon. Also at that year, I started studying law. I went to law school because I didn't have other option because I came from a family of lawyers and judges. So this is the only option that I had. You do the math, okay. Working on that company, the IT company, made me more exposed to softwares that I came to a conclusion that everything that I made before was the hard way. And I was seeking for advice for some people here in Jordan, but I didn't find. Unfortunately, the people that I've met as an artist and was my idols, they let me down, because when I asked for advice in an artistic questions, they didn't answer. It's like asking for their mother's name or password. It's just they didn't help me. But fortunately for me, at that same year, I had the internet, and I started roaming the forums and spreading my work for artists all around the globe. And I had a great surrounding of positive artists. They're still my friends till this day. But I was concentrating more on critics, and that critic really helped me to improve my skills along the way. Also, roaming, also like going to artistic forums, I just realized where's my strength at. I'm an artist who does everything. I do character design, background design, storyboards, colors, animation. But I focused on one strength that I have. What my ability is in penciling and directing. So I focused on that thing. The problem that I see with artists here in Jordan, that they're just shifting between careers. For example, last week I had a guy that came, and he's a 3D artist, and he proposed to work with us as 2D artist. He's just throwing years of hard work along his back just to change his career for work. This is a major problem that we're having. I usually go with my father brainstorming and talking. And I asked him, I remember when I was a teenager, I asked him, why aren't everyone successful? And when I mean successful, it's not he or she should have his own company, but successful in what he or she is doing. And he told me, you're going to answer me that question one day. And after years, I did. It's actually people are wasting time. And for me as an artist, wasting time is when you have an idea and you're not working on it. Putting it on shelf means you're not going to go back doing it. And a professional comic artist in the US once advised me and told me, Amer, if you are working on a title for a cartoon or a comic, make sure that there's another artist in another part of the world who's making the same idea that you're doing. But the winner between you both is the faster. In 2005, I established Crazy Piranha, my company, my animation company, and at first we started working for the US market. We were doing a cartoon for Comedy Central. At that same year, I've been approached from a producer from Dubai. They wanted to make a family cartoon, and this was a great challenge for me, because making a family cartoon in a region that believes that cartoon is just for kids was pretty challenging for me. Actually, we made that cartoon. I restructured the whole idea that they made. I redesigned the characters and backgrounds, and it was a huge success for 5 years. And but the problem was, and still, dealing with a producer that does not have a background in animation. The producers here that I met and I worked with, thinks that if you're using computers for animation, means any modification is just a click of a button. And this is the major problem that I faced. Okay, it's not going, okay. Now, paving your own way, actually everybody is paving their own way, but in business, people like to take risks. I'm not a risk taker at all. I like to walk on solid grounds. I have a lot of projects proposed to me to work on that I reject, because I like to take projects that will be successful. It is very essential to have projects that will make you stronger in this business rather than just work on anything. And it's about, like I said, what you really want to do. At last, I would like to say I opened Crazy Piranha to make my dreams come true each and every day, and it is never about the money. Thank you all, and excuse me.